The cost of building a 3-bedroom duplex in Lagos, Nigeria 2025 breakdown. In this video, we are cutting through the noise. We are not talking about the fancy imported finishes or the lawyer's fees. We are skipping some variables because they depend on certain factors. For example, the government agencies like LASPA or LAPSCA depends on your local government area. Professional fees like architectural drawings, designs, geotechnical survey, project supervision, etc. depend on who you are using for your projects. Finishes and roofing as well depends on how standard, fancy or luxurious you want your duplex to look. And so because of all this, we are excluding land cost as well because it depends on location. We are excluding labor fees, septic tank and soak away. So basically only the substructure and the carcass. We are focusing on the skeleton of your duplex, the foundation, which is the substructure, and the main structure itself, the body of your house, which is the carcass. So this is where most of your upfront money goes, and we are breaking down the materials, quantities and realistic 2025 Lagos prices. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of making your dream home stand tall. There will be a link in the comment section soon where I will share how you can save costs while building. The title of the video will be "You are wasting money if you are still doing this while building your house." So I recommend that you check that video out. And I also dropped a very comprehensive video on how to build a 3-bedroom bungalow in Lagos, Nigeria 2025 cost breakdown. That one includes everything except land costs. So professional fees included, finishes, roofing, everything included, because we assumed a proper standard 3-bedroom bungalow. I'm Bisola, known as Wildflower. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm the lead consultant at ABC Trust Real Estate Agency, and I help Nigerians at home and abroad to buy land and properties safely in the Nigerian real estate markets. In case you are seeing my video for the first time, subscribe to my channel because I always post useful real estate related content just like this one, and ensure that you watch the full video so that you can get the full value of the video, the content. So don't forget to like the video and share to your friends. Leave me a comment as well to share your thoughts, ask me questions. Now let's begin. So since we are handling just two sections, the first section, which is the foundation, the substructure, that's the bedrock of your home, and you already know that building a duplex means you have 2 floors of weight, so your foundation has to be very solid. For a standard 3-bedroom duplex footprint, we are going to assume a good strip foundation in a good soil. For this, you will need 6 inches block to create a strong, stable base for your 3-bedroom duplex building that will be stacked on concrete footing to form foundation walls for the block work. That is from the footing level to the damp-proof cost, the DPC. About 2,000 pieces of that should be enough. Let's say at 850 naira per one, that will give you a total of 1.7 million approximately. You need cement for blinding, concrete and block laying, about 100 bags at 10,000 naira as at today's price, which will give you 1 million naira in total. You also need sharp sand for concrete and mortar mix. Let's say about 150,000 per load. You will need like 2 tippers, that's 300,000. Then 1 tipper of granite for concrete and foundation casting, 30 tons is okay. That's 30 tons of 3 to 4 inches. So you can have a budget of 500k, which will most likely be lesser than that. You need iron rods, 12 mm, 16 mm and 8 mm rods, about 1.5 to 2.5 tons. You can budget like 2 million to 2.5 for those 3. And your board should not cost up to 200,000. Your binding wire, you can budget 50,000. Then your laterite, that is your red sand for backfilling and raising the floor, you can budget more than 250,000 naira. So, and don't forget your polythene sheets or DPC, that's your damp proof cost. It is crucial to protect your walls from rising damp. So just sufficient quantity, you can budget like 150k. Then lastly, you will need 3 inches nail and 4 inches nail, so let's say 60k. This will give you a total of about 7 million naira budget. Now a quick tip: Lagos soil, especially in marshy areas, can be tricky. This estimate of 7 million naira is just for a standard location. If you are building on a swampy or waterlogged land, expect the cost to jump significantly for a more complex foundation, that's like rafts or pile foundation, because yeah, obviously you cannot use a strip foundation for a swampy or waterlogged area. You need a stronger foundation. Yeah, so now for the second tip, for a 3-bedroom duplex, you should plan on including a German floor to ensure the longevity and stability of your duplex. In Nigeria or other parts of West Africa, in construction, German floor is a popular local nickname for what is technically known as oversite concrete. So your oversite concrete or German floor is a thick layer of concrete that serves as the main DPC for the floor. If you skip it, ground moisture will definitely rise into the walls and floor finish of your duplex, and this can cause dampness on the lower part of the walls, and it can also encourage the growth of mold on your building. Then your paint can be peeling off, then your building plastering too might be peeling off. It can also damage internal finishes, which can lead to costly and repeated repairs over time. So the German floor or the oversized concrete helps to prevent floor settlement as well, basically to prevent cracks. Without that seal, the ground can settle unevenly over time, which will cause your tiles or your finished floor to crack, lift, or sink. It's highly dangerous to the overall safety and stability of the building. So for this German floor, you can round up a budget of 1 million naira for the granite, sharp sand, and cement. So we can generally say for the foundation and the oversized concrete, which is the German floor, let's say a total of 8 million naira budget. Now once the foundation is set, we move to the carcass. That is the above ground structure, the walls, the columns, beams, and the slab for the first floor, and this is where your duplex truly takes shape. So the section 2, the carcass, going vertical. Don't forget we have 2 floors, the ground floor, decking in between, and the first floor, then the parapet. So for the ground floor, after the oversight concrete, we'll need 6 inches blocks, about 2,500 to 3,000 pieces. You need 50 kg cement, about 100 bags. You need sharp sand, about 5 trips should be enough. Gravel, that's your granite, like 2 trips. 1x6 wood, 30 pieces should be okay. 1x5 wood, 30 pieces should be okay as well. Then your board, 80 pieces. Your 12mm rod, 8mm rod, 16mm rod. Then your binding wire, 1 roll. 2x2 wood, 10 pieces. 3 inches nail, like a bag. 4 inches nail, bag. And 1x9 wood as well, like 6 pieces. For all this, you can budget 8 million. 8 million naira might not be small. That's for your ground floor. Now for the decking, in Nigeria, the term decking is used for multi-story residential builds. So it generally means that okay, the entire process of the building where there is a level before the next one. So structural decking has 3 main parts that work together. I'm trying to say that okay, this is how you get a decking. Number 1 is the formwork. First, they build a wooden frame under the floor. It's like making a tray that will hold the concrete so that it does not spill. And then number 2, the reinforcements. They use steel rods or rebar. So they put iron rods inside the frame. Those rods will help the floor to stay strong and stop it from breaking when people walk or put things on it. And then number 3 is the concrete pour. That's when they mix cement, sand, and small stones with water and pour it inside that frame when it dries. Because that's how it forms a single solid and strong floor slab, one level of the building from another. So for your decking, you will need granite, let's say about 2 trips, cement, say like 150 bags, sharp sand, 2 trips. You will need a bamboo, like 100 pieces. Then board, like 200 pieces, 2x2 wood, 80 pieces, 1x5 wood, 50 pieces. Your 12mm iron rod, your 16mm and your 8mm rod. Your binding wire, of course, 1 roll. Your nails, 4 inches, 3 inches, 2 inches, like a bag each. So for your decking, like 6 million budget should be okay for that. So after the ground floor, the decking, now we have the first floor. Don't forget we are building a duplex. So similar to the ground floor, let's say a budget of 7 million should be okay. And finally, the parapets. For the parapets, the cement like 40 bags, wood, iron rods, boards, binding wire, sharp sand, nails, and bamboo, of course. Let's say 2 million in general. So what does this mean for your standard 3-bedroom duplex in Lagos in 2025? So as mentioned earlier, focusing strictly on materials for your foundation and carcass. That's the substructure material, which costs 8 million, and then the carcass material cost, that's from ground floor to first floor. That's the total for the carcass is 23 million approximately. So this will give you a total budget range of like 30 million to 35 million just to get the structure ready for the roof and finishes. Remember, this is the cost of materials only. So when you factor the crucial variables that we skipped, like the highly volatile cost of skilled labor, professional fees, and decking labor, yeah, the final cost to reach the roof level will definitely be higher. So this is my final piece of advice. You need to get an accurate bill of quantities, BOQ, from your quantity surveyor. That is going to be your cost control bible. Don't start without one, especially with Lagos unpredictable markets. Don't start your duplex without one. So you have to reach out to a quantity surveyor to generate a standard reliable BOQ for you. And I really appreciate the love you all have been showing me. Thank you for your continuous like and subscriptions. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so now. And to get the best real estate deals in Lagos, Nigeria, whether land or buildings, send me a message via my WhatsApp contact that is pinned on the screen. I'm Bisola, and I help Nigerians at home and abroad to invest safely in the real estate market. I'll see you around. Happy investing.